Hiya guys, I'm Mark and this is I Ride a Rally. A year ago we looked at the ever so pretty Raleigh Evo 2, which was the budget version of the Raleigh 20 Stowaway. So we're going to have a look now, get out the boot, and we're going to set her up from start to finish. As you can see the process. There is difference between the two bikes, although they look remarkably similar. Let's get on with it. Okay then, same as last time. Open your trunk and get out your little darling. And set it down on your foot peg. Okay, setting up your bike is going to be virtually identical to the Evo 2. Of course, first you unfold it. The catch is an improved design, or a different design I should say. Clamp's still the same, and then you thumb down in your locker. Next stage then, release your saddle, pull her up, lock in your clamp, and the handlebar, still the same setup. Pop your catch in, safety catch on the lock, you stand down, hold out your pedals, and you're good to go. It's that simple and it takes seconds. So setting up the bike is that simple. It takes literally seconds. You can assemble it in less than a minute. So let's go over some of the features now of this bike. Taking a look at the bike then, you can see a similarity in the two designs of the Evo 2 and the Stowaway 20. Not surprising, they come from the same stable of a world renowned bike designer. However, all the fittings are different, and we shall start at the front and work our way back on this rather beautiful bike. And I do think she's beautiful, particularly nice colour choices as well. So we'll start with the handlebars and work our way down and then to the rear. Okay then, first step, handlebars. So we've got these lovely brown grips on the handlebars, which goes well with the tyres and the matching Celtic Royale saddle. We've got a Shimano Revo shift as well. Great piece of kit, very robust. Lovely little feature which I enjoy with this, and isn't on many other bikes I've seen. You have a release lever on top here. I got a slack, as you can see is happening, and you could actually adjust the handlebar position on the fly. So if you're doing more downhill riding, etc., you can adjust it. You would tighten this little nut here then by hand, and then the locking cam, you just bring it over and your handlebars are now secure. So if you need to change the position of your brakes while driving, if you're not happy, if you're on hand down position, this will allow instant adjustment. On your riser stalk then, you have another adjustment here, of course, to raise and lower the height of your stem, which again is excellent. So you've got two adjustments already here. You've got adjustments on your brakes, and we follow way down now to our head release. So you've got a normal thumb off lever here, safety catch, with your catch behind. Now Raleigh have taken notice of what people said where the bike is too heavy, so they made some upgrades and modifications. So we now come down to the wheel and we see Raleigh now have fitted plastic mud guards instead of the steel ones which was on the Evo 2. This is shedding quite a bit of weight low down on the bike, which is much needed, I believe. We got these lovely custom made by Etro alloy wheels for Raleigh, and these lovely brown tyres. We come back across the frame now, and we'll see better from the other side. We've got the welded in cable ties, which I think is excellent. Some bikes just have a pop clip that goes underneath to hold the cable in, and after a few years of folding, maybe even a year, even on off commute to London, those clips will wear out and they'll eventually start popping out, giving you loose cabling on the bike, snag wise, etc. So Raleigh have done a cracking job by fitting these. Okay, on the saddle now, as you can see, it's the Celtic Royale saddle. She's a beautiful design, a really nice one. It hasn't got the springs on the thing in the rear. Again, this has been done to cut down on weight on the bike. Our alloy seat posts come all the way down nice. The aftermarket LEDs I fitted, and a quick release stem on the bottom. I would have liked to see a little handle on here for on the fly adjustment when you're out and about, but once you set up, if only you're riding it, it shouldn't matter. Okay, coming down to the bottom bracket, we've got the same basic cartridge design crank and the same pedals as well. In fact, these are slightly modified version. The release now inside is plastic instead of steel. Again, another weight saving on the bike. The kickstand is now a lighter designer kickstand. Again, a weight saving on the bike. You come around to the rack, and they've actually improved the rack on the back. They've now fitted a larger rack on the rear, again with our plastic hubs, but you do have multi-point attachment for carrying things. I do have a saddle bag on this, and I do have a handlebar bag as well, but I've stripped it all down to show you on the video. I've done a few miles on this bike now, and I do prefer this bike over the Evo 2. So okay, so our brakes are still the same Tektro brakes as fitted on the Evo 2. Looking at the rear of the frame now, you can see where the Raleigh Stowaway 20 is a completely different design to the Raleigh Evo 220. We have totally different design forged dropouts on the rear as a part of a one-piece design. We have the shear off rear dropouts for the mechanism as well, so should you hit your rear mech on the pavements, rather than destroying the frame, this is designed to break off and you can replace it should the need be. So this is a massive improvement over the Evo 2. Big upgrade, and Raleigh have been paying attention to what the customers have been saying. The bolts as well, they've been replaced from the cheap Chinesian bolts to these really good quality stainless steel bolts, which totally improves the quality level of the bike. And they've done this, fitted the same all over. So they've gone from the cheap alloy screws which is chewed off, you've seen in one of my videos, to these really nice quality stainless steel Allen head bolts fit in, which brings us across then to the catch release, the next big improvement. Okay, the lock and assembling catch, this is another improvement over the Evo 2. Instead we have this lovely nice little dog section here, and this just lifts up and holds the catch in place. The safety catch is where it says it's a safety catch in case you snag this on your leg, your trousers, but trust me, this is very hard to clamp and open accidentally. Not saying it is hard to do it on purpose, but it is a good firm positive lockup. And of course, snowflakey wokiness and being where it is today, everything's got to be safety. But you can see here now, the design is a really good continuous weld around on the frame lockup, which integrates with each other instead of butting up against each other, same as on the Evo. So it's a completely enclosed design and a much better upgrade. Next upgrade then is the fully enclosed chain design. Anybody know with the Evo is not uncommon, or the Raleigh 20s, for your chain to drop off on the front. So by having a rear chain guard on as well, it greatly improves the chance of the chain from not falling off. With this guard on both sides now, it makes it virtually impossible. Okay, so we're going to come around now, so again to the front, and we are looking at the front fittings. Again, plastic mudguard as opposed to the steel, as I said before, and it saves a lot of weight. And it's also excellent in the fact in the design that if they do get caught and damaged and you snap off, with a metal mudguard you'll be left with a crease or whatever, where these are more readily available, so parts availability is much better as well. Okay, got a wasp here, and I'm allergic to these. I go into anaphylactic shock, so I'm going to try my best not to panic. There we go, he's gone. So as we look at the paint now, there are I think there's 5 different paint choices at the moment on the 20. There is a black and grey version, a flat blue or gloss blue, this metallic blue, a metallic green, and I believe a gloss green as well. And this is my preferred colour of them all. This is the 2024 bike. The only difference between the 2024 and the 2025 is colour options. That is it. The 2025 is an apple green, like the Jaguar Formula 1 green. And this is more of an electric blue, and I really like this. I think it goes with black well. The only thing I have a problem with, I've been looking for future use, are these CST tyres. Trying to get a like for like match for future replacements. I've yet to come across another brown pair by CST, at least not off the shelf. I went to back from Raleigh and see what they say. I think that's why the 2025 bike has gone to apple green with a black saddle, black grips and black tyres. I think that they might be having a few difficulties themselves for the 2025 bike. So if you do come across these tyres by CST, CST City, they're 20 inch, 1.75 width. Let me know, because I want to pay the spare. Okay, we've got a little ride now and see what we think on it. Actually handles the roads really well. Brakes a little bit squeaky. But I can honestly say, I went rode the same route last year on the Evo. The Stowaway does ride better. Whether it's because of the tyres or anything like that, I don't know. Let's try the gear changing, I know. This is a slightly improved Tony system as opposed to what was on the Evo. And it feels a little bit more positive as well when changing gear. And dare I say it, she's even smoother rolling. I don't know why that is, but she is. I just come a nice little incline on the bike. And she pedals really well. I'll look now on that. So I just come all our rays then, and again, trying to balance with one hand and hold the GoPro isn't the easiest of things. So the question is, what do I think of it? Would I put my money where my mouth is? And yes, I have. That is why I'm doing the EV conversion video on the Stowaway. I think with the rigid dropouts at the rear, it makes it a better choice for an electric conversion. The Stowaway, I believe, is a better commuter bike altogether. It's much lighter than the Evo. The frame, you can tell how she rides. If you do a look on my video, which I'll link below on riding the Evo 2, I'm riding uphill now. I'm in 7th gear, and last year I had a bit of a pant on. It's similar temperature today, 24 degrees, and I was using a handlebar mount camera at the time. I'm using a handheld GoPro today. I forgot my frame out selfie stick, which would have been lovely for this. Let's have a look at the gears. A bit of a wobble then. Swapping hands, like I say, going uphill and one-handed. You can see on the rear now, it's all working really nice. It's a lovely bike. So do I think this is a better bike than the Evo 2? Definitely. It rides smoother. Everything about the bike is lighter, and the controls are lighter. The braking is better. So I can say now that putting an extra £200 towards your bike would get you a much better bike. So if you're thinking about getting a Raleigh Evo 2 as a commuter for London, it is still a good bike. Something if it's stolen, you're not going to lose no tears over it. But the Raleigh Stowaway 20 is a really good, I mean a really good upgrade over the Evo 2. I think it's worth the extra money, I really do. And would I still choose one of these over a Brompton? And the answer is yes, in a heartbeat. If you lose this bike, the most you're going to lose is £500, which is still a lot of money in a modern climate. But is it a £3,000, £4,000 Brompton? Not in your life. You're talking 2 months wages, average UK for a Brompton, £4,000. Average UK wage between £24,000 and £30,000 at the moment. So you're talking at least 2 months wages by a Brompton. With this, for most people on a working wage, I would say it's a month's wage, £500. So a £2.5 to £4 grand Brompton for a lot of people in the UK. It's unobtainable money, and I say go on finance. Now if you want to spend £4 grand on a bike, I'd sooner buy a second-hand car.